In today's video, we are going to do an oil change on this Firman WH03342 dual fuel generator. Stick around. A few months ago, I did a review of this Firman dual fuel generator where I hooked it up to my then Grand Design Transcend 261BH to see how long it would run on an entire 20-pound propane tank. In that video, I said that when it came time to change the oil in the generator that I would video that as well. Well, it is now time to change the oil. Apologize if you hear some noise in the background. My sister is right over there mowing the pasture. We've got the oil. I'm going to use 10W30 full synthetic motor oil. This does recommend 10W30 and the capacity is 0.63 quarts. They couldn't make it half a quart, they couldn't make it a full quart, 0.63, whatever. So we're gonna first start the generator. I've got my trusty old heater here to run it so that it has a load and it's just not running by itself. And I'm gonna let this run for about 10 or 15 minutes to heat it up. Then we're gonna use the leveling blocks here to pick the generator up because the oil will drain out the bottom into the oil pan. And then we'll put some new oil in it, restart it, check the level, and we'll be done. So first things first, let's get this bad boy started. There. So we have, let's check our hours here. So it's 31 hours. Yes, I'm a little late. It does recommend changing it after 25 hours. I'm a little late. I only went over because I was doing the experiment for you guys. Let's plug in our space heater. Here, we'll put it down here. All right, I'm gonna set a timer for 15 minutes and then we'll come back and shut her down and get to the oil change. It has been 15 minutes, so I am gonna go ahead and turn off the heater, let the generator kind of stabilize for a minute, and then we'll shut her down. And now we'll turn her off. Turn the gas off. And we'll disconnect. We will need that for when we're done. I'm gonna flip it around. The service side is actually on the other side. I'm gonna flip it and get the cover off, so I'll be right back. 4 screws. Ouch. Probably best not to take this thing off in flip-flops. That landed right on my foot. On the cover here, it will tell you how to change the oil. There's how you fill it, and here's how you change it. And let me show you the inside here. Yellow thing in the back is the drain, and there is a little door down there. So, and this is the oil fill. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my leveling blocks and put some on this side and on this side and see if we can pick this up. So while it's cooling down, because it's really hot. So let me do that, be right back. Okay, so there, I think you can see my finger. There's actually a rubber plug. It fell over here. But there's just a rubber door that pops up right under the oil drain. So, and it's attached right there, but there's the door. You just push it up. This oil pan fits beautifully under here. Now I'm gonna undo the oil cap, so just so it has ventilation and doesn't do that glug 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 thing. Actually, it doesn't look too bad. And now I'm gonna try to get in here and unscrew this. I have no idea how much of this you can see. And there she's draining. From this angle, it doesn't look too bad. Like, you could still kind of see through the oil a little bit, but direction said to change it, so we are changing it. Let me let it drain. Here's the oil plug. There's no magnet on there from what I can tell, unless it's in that plastic, but I don't think so. So let me get this cleaned up and we'll let that drain. The one thing I said on the video when I was doing the review of this is I wondered if it was going to create an oily mess when I was changing the oil. And while it wasn't a huge mess as it was gushing out of there, as soon as it went to a slow trickle, you probably can't see it, but there's oil all over the bottom pan. So I was correct. It did make a little bit of a mess, but not a huge mess. We're just about done dripping. So I'm going to see if I can clean that off a little bit and then try and get some of that oil on the bottom. And this is how much oil came out of it. And you know what? It looks like there's a little bit of metal in there. Most likely from the break-in. I don't know if you guys can see it. And this was a used pan too. So like my sister uses this to change the oil in her tractor and all that. So can't say 100% sure this is from the generator, but it probably has some, since this is the first oil change since I've had it. That's about the best I'm going to be able to do. And be very careful not to strip these threads. Good. Now let's refill the oil. Got my nice clean funnel. This came with the generator. I'm using the gauge on the side to figure out what 0.63 quarts would be. There's half a quart and I have it tilted, but we're a little bit above the 400 ml. So I'm gonna get it to the 400 and then we'll check it. Now this is not starting it yet after changing it. We're gonna start it, let it run for a minute, and then check it again. But I wanna see where we're at. And it's up to the H. So let's go ahead and put this back in and start this bad boy up. Gas on, that to run, turn the battery on. No need to choke it since it's warm, and let's start it. Green light's on, no low oil light. I'm just gonna let it run for a minute and then we'll shut her down and then recheck the oil. Let me wipe off the dipstick here and we'll put it back in. I don't know if you can tell, but it is all the way at the H. So we are golden. See if I can get the door back on here. And literally all that does is just kind of push down in there. There, I think I got it. You kind of have to push it down so it snaps. That's kind of a pain. It'd be better just to put a sliding door there. I'm gonna check the air filter too. It's only been 31 hours. I'm sure it's fine, but we'll check it. So let's take off all of these 6 screws. All right, all 6 screws are out. I'm doing this because in the generator review where I ran this off of the 20-pound propane tank, I did not take this off because it was really cold out. This is just an intake. There's no filter on that. You probably can't tell, but it goes in that little box through here, connects to here, and there's a clip up here and a clip at the bottom, and there is the air filter. And this is the air filter. It's just a piece of foam and it looks really good. So we're gonna put it back and close it all up. All done. Now we put our cover back on. And then I'll have to put the screws in there. Put the 4 screws back in here. If you do need to change the spark plug, there's the spark plug there. I don't need to touch that right now. So that's it, I'm done. That is a very super simple process to change that oil. I'm not sure if I told you, but it does say in the directions 25 hours for the first oil change and then every 100 hours after that. So I will put this into my spreadsheet that I use to keep track of maintenance items. I do try to start it once every couple of months for about a half an hour. So I'll plug the camper into it and let it run to keep it exercised. 10W30 is the recommended type of oil. I put Valvoline full synthetic 10W30 0.63 quarts. So a little over half a quart. So I think that's going to do it for this video. That is how you change the oil on the Firman dual fuel generator. If you found this video helpful or liked it, I would appreciate it if you would go down to the bottom there and boop that like button. It does help me get this channel out to other people. I am still trying to grow it. And while you're down there booping that like button, go on over and hit that subscribe button, become a member of the Travel Paws RV Pack. We would love to have you guys along for our adventures. And until the next video, I hope your generator stays running. We'll see you next time.